So today we're behind Wekiva Cove. Right now we're in between Wekiva Cove and Wekiva. We're actually on Wekiva Cove bike path, which they don't take care of too well. So to my left is Wekiva Cove, to my right is Wekiva. Gonna be coming up to the lake soon. I come up to like a pond first, and then will be the lake. Will be Sand Lake, I believe. Like I said, they don't take care of their sidewalks too well. Been a while since I looked back here. New fence on the left. That's Wekiva Cove, though. And then same old stuff on the right. Wekiva. There's 10,001 squirrels around here. Run, squirrel, run. Yeah, more squirrels around here than we have. We don't take it back. Millions are around a lot too. Not many cats. So if I were to take this path here, on the left, it would take me to the lake. The Sand Lake. I'm gonna go here for a while. Go a little further behind Wekiva Cove and Wekiva. Design your own street light. Like I said, Wekiva Cove really doesn't take care of the sidewalks. Or bike path, I'm gonna call it. Moldy as all heck. Sure, this would be a fun thing to go ahead and walk in the rain. Coming up is, I don't know if it's considered a pond or a lake. There should be a water feature in the middle, kind of, and that's controlled by Wekiva. And on the right, how you say, still Wekiva on the right, Wekiva Cove on the left. Mechanical Boulevard would be to my right, a little further, and straight ahead is the water feature. And I can't see the playground from here, but there's a playground over there. The playground is actually straight ahead. So that's a can club. Trip on the sidewalk. So this, I think, is just a retention pond. And it's Wekiva controls the water feature. That's Can Club Boulevard over there. And then go to Wekiva Cove on the left there. And that's Wekiva So Wekiva's over there. This pond will come up really far. Just come up to here at one point in time. The sidewalk. So Wekiva Cove is very similar to Wekiva, where there is no sidewalks in the front of the house. There's sidewalks are back here. I think Wekiva came first, Wekiva Cove second. But again, very bad as for keeping care of their sidewalks, or bike paths, whatever you want to call it. From what we understand, there is no like management company back here. Evidently the homeowners take care of everything themselves. They had a management company, but they got rid of it, and so now they patrol themselves. So that works. And we gotta go on the street for a few minutes. Then we'll be at Sand Lake. So Wekiva Cove. Again, very much, they did not take care of that bike path / sidewalks. And all throughout the community, you're going to have these centrally boxes and bright house boxes. At one point in time, there was a group going around and taking them and putting them all different places. We were told that the cops actually finally caught them, but there was no restitution. So, and back to the slippery sidewalks. And that's Sand Lake in front of us. We're gonna walk around Sand Lake. We're gonna go left. And this is Sand Lake. We doing a cool look, I guess. And by the way, that's the path I mentioned before. Again, Wekiva Cove, Sand Lake. Used to be a bunch of rabbits around here. I don't think they're around anymore. They've mowed down these weeds a lot. And, of course, the vegetables. This path, kind of take it back to Wekiva, kind of. This one coming up is basically going to be a path that will go ahead and take it back to the Wekiva subdivision on the left. So that's how it's going to work. That's what's going on. On Saturday morning at 70 degrees. So that path on the left, take it back to Wekiva. I'm going to continue on this path. They maintain all of this a little better. Not much mold per se as for the regular ones, but I guess they do maintain this sidewalk / bike path. And again, here's Wekiva Cove. Take a walk around the whole thing and go from there. So that's how that'll work. Morning. It's a complete mile around this thing. Not sure I forgot. The world level is low. Sometime it'll be all back up again. Let's go. It's a nice idea, but winds and stuff pulling right back up in. Like a real small pool. It's like a container type pool. Maybe people walking, a couple along the way here. So pretty much I'll go this way. Morning. Coming up is there like clubhouse. Got a little dock over here. You can go fishing, I guess. Got the ducks as usual. There's two of them. Yeah. More ducks on the other side. There's a person that feeds the ducks, so more of them over there. Can't come up on the clubhouse. We're in the low 70s right now. Forecast for today, 25% chance of rain around noon. It's probably around 9 o'clock. Saturday morning. March 14th. So, beside the clubhouse, they have tennis courts and they have an actual like baseball diamond. So, we'll see a little bit of that as we go. And why would you go play in a retention pond? There's a duck. It's the main street of Wekiva Cove. Clubhouse. Let's take a walk around there. That was like a play area. Having a pool too. Their clubhouse. Kind of cool. They have electronic locks on that. It's kind of cool. And you got like seating outside. And of course you got the dock. Go ahead and fish. More seating here. Clubhouse is pretty nice. Pretty decent. This is size. I think Wekiva's got a bigger clubhouse. But this has got more like a nice effect. And even got restrooms that have the actual things on. This is the pool. So remember. So straight ahead is going to be your tennis courts and your baseball diamond. I got one baseball diamond. So those two, Wekiva's got two swing set wise. So, it's not bad. It's good for that aspect. Morning. I got a place that's similar to Wekiva. Here's the other side. We were all the way over there. I'm going around. So I guess you can't keep the fish. You gotta catch them and release them. See, dog on one side, kids on the other. See which side I want to go on. I wouldn't let the kids go down that far. that's another story. It's kind of like looking out at the dock, looking across the Atlantic beach. You would think for a day like that, people would be out walking. I mean, it's cloudy, but it's cool. I guess those would be like townhomes, I guess. Not big as apartments, it's about townhomes. I think everything here is pretty much owned. So, this place is kind of a strange place too, because I don't think the county actually maintains things here. I think it's actually the subdivision. Because if you notice before, the street signs are not the normal type of Seminole County, Orange County street signs. That's a tidbit of information. And again, all these paths go out to one of the main tracks. And some of these people got like screens that are one whole piece, which looks great, but I can imagine have to repair that and something goes on with that. These houses are kind of weird. They're like you own up to the other guy's house, basically. It's kind of a weird lot line. Except for this one, I guess. But the other ones pretty much they like butt up to each other. So like if you're out in the pool, your back of your thing is going to be your neighbors. Kind of weird. There's a couple of these ones, a gigantic amount of strength. That just kind of must be expensive. We'll have to fix. So you got like 3 of them in a row. But like I said, you got that guy owns that side. He butts up right to that neighbor's house. Weird. Now let's see if the bicycle is going to go ahead and get on the grass, which would be the most common thing to do, but you know, probably not. I mean, come on. Why should it go ahead and, I figured. Nobody's any kind of freaking respect for anything. But what else is no? Alright. Tidbit of information. I don't believe bikes are allowed on this. So this is strictly a sidewalk, not a bike path. Person clean the pool. It's like a person just playing with the pool then. During different hurricanes, there has been cases where the water's been all the way up to the sidewalk here. person cleaning the pool. They have a robot vacuum, lawnmower. Too bad it's not out today. Could watch the robot lawnmower go ahead and do the lawn. So, and I think I'm coming up on the people that feed the ducks. I think it's come up here in a little bit on the left. I'm thinking where the birds, maybe not. It's been a while since I walked around here. So I really don't know the full story anymore. A little windy today. Yeah, this house over here on the left with the covered chairs. They know they were feeding the birds or feeding the ducks. Don't know if they still do it now. They used to. I'm thinking they don't anymore. There's somebody with food out there. I think it's this house. Let's see. We'll keep on going first. Maybe it's the other side here. Empty lake. The clubhouse is over there. Go back inside again. No, I think it's over here they feed them. It's kind of strange. No, I think that was the place back there. They don't feed me anymore, baby. Yeah, that was the place back there. Again, used to be a rabid population there, but they're not there anymore. So we're going to continue. In a few minutes, we're coming where we started. We'll go a little further and come out into the Wekiva retention pond. There's a video tour of Wekiva Cove, Sand Lake. People over there fixing, redoing the pool. Don't wish they were up there. So, and these contraptions here are kind of like water flowing. Water gets too far, they go down the other way. So, so when it gets this high, well, look at another one on Wekiva Subdivision, I believe that goes to. And then once it goes there, it travels through a sequence of overflow type things. That guy's doing a thing. That's where we came on. I'm just going to go a little further out the way then. I'm going to show you guys where the next, on the water level from that pond, its bay goes into the Wekiva pond. Well, it could be vice versa. I really don't know which is which. So, but we'll get to that in a few minutes. And again, this was the actual path that took us. This was the path I showed you before. That's not what we took. Took that back there. So they maintain their sidewalks decently here because people walk on them all the time. Probably a lot of people don't walk behind the houses, I guess. So. There's no more rabbits. There used to be tons of them. I used to live in here on the right. I guess over the time now they chased him out, I guess. So we made a complete right bush around this whole place. So now we're gonna make a left here. There you go, nice little Salt Lake. We'll come up to the main drag again, go through, and then we'll get into the Wekiva subdivision. And this one you take care of a little bit too, because people do walk from here. A lot of people that live in Wekiva Cove walk over to Wekiva, and vice versa. And again, just paths behind the houses, similar to Wekiva. Main drag again. So this is kind of funny. So we're going on this path, come right here, right? The path wasn't that bad shape. It had a couple spots that were bad on it, but they decided to go ahead and repave the whole thing. So not repave the whole thing. It's all brand new concrete all the way from here to Wekiva. Kind of a waste of money, but I guess they did what they wanted to do. So now we're going towards Wekiva subdivision. Going to be leaving Wekiva Cove soon. Tons of squirrels as usual. And of course, you got a path behind the houses again. Just like Wekiva. That way. But they spent an arm and a leg on this thing. All complete. Probably done about 6 months ago. Yeah. There was a big dip over here. And that was the biggest issue. This section right here was a big, gigantic dip. The water went through it. So they went ahead and redid that. That's pretty much, again, the whole thing all the way around. I think they would have made it a little wider. But whatever. Morning. I mean, they spent the money on making the sidewalk. They kept it the same width as it was before. All right, so now we're into Wekiva subdivision. This is the Wekiva Hills Park Pond. So I guess they still haven't got the thing working as to the water feature. Okay, so this is all Wekiva here on the right. Wekiva Cove on the left. I'll take you up to Wekiva Trail, and we'll end it at that. Again, this is Wekiva Cove on the left. Wekiva straight ahead. Wekiva on the right. Water level down, which is nice. Across the street there. That's Hunt Club Boulevard. And this is a path around this pond. It's Hills Pond, Hills Lake, I think. Again, all that is this Amherst. Going this way. And Wekiva Cove on the left, Wekiva on the right. I will take you where that's where we enter. Metal roof person. Different colors. A couple of them around Wekiva. Okay, Wekiva Cove on the left, Wekiva on the right. Coming up on Wekiva Trail. And this path on the left goes behind Wekiva Cove. So Wekiva Cove will be on the left, Wekiva on the right. And this is a camera house. So that path takes you all the way through Wekiva Cove. And this person's got 10,001 camera. And they follow you too, kind of cool. Alright, Wekiva Trail. So this is the actual Canada side. And there's the pond. That's Wekiva Cove over there.